Hello everyone and welcome to PendulumEdu, you guys. A very warm welcome and a very good morning to you guys. This is Chilling Winters and thank you for joining in the I know a bit late. Maybe you guys getting a bit of confused because we got late. There were some technical glitches and I hope you guys would definitely ignore that. Okay, not much of worry, right? Alright. So Rohi, yeah, Rahul, yes, I am here. Great. So let's start and let's begin with the session right here. Okay, guys. So this is the last day of the year, as we all know, right? So here only, the resolution thing that goes on. You guys can pick a resolution for you all as well to work on your vocabulary, enhance your word power through this session or through the help, like our help, that is Pendulum EDU's help. Okay. If you haven't subscribe it right away and have a great year ahead. Alright, guys, let's begin with the session. As you see, the article for today heads as Caution Pays on Center's COVID-19 Surveillance Guidelines, right? So what do we understand through this? See, this thing is not, we cannot leave this behind in 2020. This is going to go with us into 2021 as well, unfortunately. Another word for unfortunately is haplessly. Haplessly means unfortunately, and if you just say hapless, that is unfortunate. Okay, so this is another synonym for it. Right, Rohit, New Year to kal hoga, Rishu, agree. Okay, not a problem, guys. Alright, caution pays. Caution is here used as a noun subject, which means awareness. Okay, satarkta. Alright, guys, just tell me why are they saying caution pays? Because if a particular person, if I or you guys, we all are cautious, we all are aware of the things that COVID can harm us. How can it harm us? How can we protect ourselves? It is going to help us way better, right? It is going to help us a lot. On Center's COVID-19 surveillance guideline. Surveillance is again noun. इसको हम जो कहते हैं एक तरीके का ये एक process surveillance, that is process of investing your time in something. Now, probably you're looking for something or you are working on something. Surveillance, the camera also. किसी चीज़ पर नज़र रखना, जिसको हम कहते हैं निगरानी, right? Through that is surveillance. Okay, किसी चीज़ पर नज़र रखना, निगरानी करना. So COVID-19 surveillance guidelines, this is what the center, that is the government, says that if you are aware, then things are going to pay you off well. Yes, Jasmine, that's correct. Surveillance is nigrani, correct. Rishu, yes, you can relate to CCTV, that's correct, that's appropriate. Guys, apt, very good. The center's surveillance guidelines should be taken seriously even as vaccination rolls out. ये हमने कल ही किया था word quickly, not yesterday but we did it day before yesterday. Roll out जब हम बात कर रहे थे कि कश्मीर के लिए जो नया points जो roll out करने की कोशिश कर रही है government, उसकी तो roll out का मतलब क्या था guys? Launch, right? Introduce करना, किसी चीज़ को लेकर आना. On the threshold of a new year. Threshold, that is again a noun subject, and this word you will see is being used numerous times these days. Threshold. Threshold means the basic or the margin, the basic, the basic level or the margin, set margin, जो threshold जो कि एक scope होता है, जो range होती है, जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं स्तर. So एक स्तर के बाद, so the threshold of the new year, the COVID-19 pandemic no longer seems terrifying to many, as overall cases maintain a downward trajectory. Trajectory, noun, that is path. Okay, रास्ता. तो वो कह रहे हैं that most of the cases they're going downward trajectory, मतलब वो नीचे जा रहे हैं, ऊपर नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं, and a massive vaccination program is set to roll out. So this is a positive outlook that people now have a perspective that sooner we will get rid of COVID, because see, number one, that the rate it is infecting all of us, it's getting really low. Okay, and secondly, the vaccination program is about to come. So this is something win-win thing that we can think of, and we can now think of moving out and like enjoying ourselves and having fun with our friends and our family and things. We can do all of that. Good morning, Amit. Good morning. All right. Normal life has resumed in substantial measure. There is scaling up of long distance travel. Elections have been held and mass protests are being organized. So these things tell us that things are getting, like, things are resuming to normal. Things are getting normal. The reason is all of these things that were happening earlier are now also in process now. At the same time, critical activities such as on-campus education remain mostly suspended, and many senior citizens are unable to access periodic health checks. There are a few things that are on hold, but there are things that are running or that are rushing like smoothly. Things have resumed to normal. Things like protests, elections, and travel. People are traveling to long distances. They're having their vacations and much desired holidays and everything. So things have resumed to normal. In particular section, a few things still are on hold and they have to be released yet until things get settled. Anecdotal evidence, guys. ये फ्रेज ही एग्जैक्टली हम पहले भी कोविड के एक आर्टिकल के लिए कर चुके हैं. एनेक्डोटल इज एन एडजेक्टिव. एविडेंस हमको पता है नाउन जिसका मतलब प्रूफ और सबूत, बट एनेक्डोटल इज एन एडजेक्टिव. व्हाट इज एनेक्डोटल? गाइस, एनेक्डोट से दिस वर्ड हैज बीन derived from anecdote. Anecdote is a noun which means it is a story. Okay, it is a thing of story that you are making, which has a moral behind it. It has a moral story also to give you, moral lesson to give you. That is anecdote. So anecdotal here, if you talk about anecdotal evidence, means something that is not true, that is like made up. It is not true to the best. It is not true to the best. कह सकते हो कि ये एक मनगढ़ंत चीज़ है या फिर कच्चा सबूत है, not a strong one, not a substantial one. All right. Moral full story. All right, Amit. Now, anecdotal evidence points to infections spreading in commercial centers and at workplaces. Therefore, there is a long way to go before people can really put the pandemic behind them. So the writer adds that things though are coming, there are points to infection that is spreading in commercial centers and workplaces. These are all, they have anecdotal evidence. It's like we don't have strong substantial proof for it, the infections and things that we're talking about. But still, we have a long way to fight this virus, and we have to be strong. We have to be mentally and physically strong to fight it out. A large section of the population has been able to shelter from the coronavirus, particularly the elderly and people with morbidities. Guys, morbidities, I had done this with you guys. I remember way back when there was an article based on the innovation of the similar thing, that is the vaccine for the virus. We did. Morbidity is the state or the condition or state wherein a person suffers more than one physical problem. Okay, more than one physical problem मतलब for example किसी को साइनस भी है और किसी को साथ के साथ लिवर इन्फेक्शन भी है, किसी को लंग का इन्फेक्शन भी है, और let's say somebody has migraine also, somebody has breathing issues, or somebody has asthma, alongside they have blood pressure and thyroid also. So if you have multiple problems in one body, that is multiple medical issues, then that is morbidity. So people with morbidities and elderly people, they have a major they were majorly susceptible to it, but they have been protected well. Relaxing the vigil now. Vigil, that is noun, which means the, activity. Activity in the sense of activeness, जो कि people who were extremely hyper, or who were really vigilant and they were cautious of things around them, is bound to prove costly for them. Those who were relaxing the vigil, who were not at all vigilant, जो कि relax हो चुके थे, they were not cautious, they have to things for them have proven costly. मतलब उनको इस सब का हर्जाना भरना पड़ा है, उनके लिए बहुत महंगा पड़ा है कोविड, जिन्होंने बहुत easy going लिया है इसको. It is essential, therefore, for states and all citizens to accord the Home Ministry's guidelines. Accord, that is, follow the Home Ministry's guidelines on surveillance, containment and caution for January, the highest importance, guys. Now, this is for January. Why? The reason is because things would start afresh. If things go well, they are going to be smooth throughout the year. That the UK variant of the virus has now been found in India. Underscore is a verb. Okay, I'm going to wipe off the screen and explain it to you guys. So underscore, this is a verb, guys. It is an action word, which means it emphasizes. Like किसी चीज पर जोर डालना या बल देना. Okay. So it emphasizes, because a new variant has now been detected in India, so it emphasizes, or it underscores the point that easing off on testing, tracing and containment could prove dangerous. Now, if there is leniency on testing, if there's leniency while tracing, and also containment on controlling the virus, then it is going to be exceedingly dangerous for all of us right here. Yes, Jasmine, UK से आया है ये नया म्यूटेंट जो है, म्यूटेंट कह लीजिए या नया वेरिएंट कह लीजिए आप, तो ये जो आया है वायरस का, this is from the UK, and like God knows how are we going to deal with it. Some people say that we have already gotten over with it. God knows. This mutant is likely to have initially traveled to several locations before it was detected. And there is a likelihood that its footprint may cover third countries from which India continues to operate bubble flights. So there is a risk, because people are coming from outside. The international flights are also there. So if people are coming from third parties, and you never know, right? That wherein the entire particular section or space can get affected. Easing off, yes Rishu, ढील देना, right. Easing off means ढील देना. अगर आप इस चीज़ को, देखो मैंने कहा था, अगर आप रिलैक्स हो जाते हैं इस चीज़ को लेके, अगर आप टेस्टिंग को कॉशियसली नहीं कर रहे हैं, then it is going to be dangerous. अंत समय आ गया है अब. अमित नहीं, इतनी जल्दी तो नहीं. Okay. Moving ahead, Rahul, yes, that's one such thing that we could have done, like, but things operating on the right time, things, how long can we control things, right? So it is there. Okay, the Home Ministry has recalled the orders of the Supreme Court in a suo motu writ petition, that is immediate petition, on December 18, calling for strict adherence, that is following. So there was an immediate petition for it, okay, and this calling for strict adherence to the COVID-19 appropriate behavior, especially during the New Year celebrations. तो इस चीज़ को उन्होंने कहा था कि आपको इस चीज़ को लागू रखना पड़ेगा, या आपको उसको कहते हैं ना, एक तरीके से फॉलो करते रहना पड़ेगा. फॉलो करना, किसी चीज़ पे अडिग रहना, that is okay. Then, the court wanted deployment of more police personnel at places where people are likely to gather, such as food courts, eateries, vegetable markets, and bus and train stations. So this was required. This is one such, maybe a solution or a suggestive measure that could be taken, that if police is there, then people won't gather much, and if people won't gather, there will be less of infection spreading to people. It made the valid observation that careless people infringed other citizens' right to life by ignoring the use of masks and social distancing. Guys, you also must have seen that there are various people around us who are ignoring these guidelines, not putting up masks, not following social distancing measures. Because of this, the lives of other peoples are at risk. Do you agree? Yes or not? People around us are, if we are not ignoring, they are ignoring, and because of that, there are chances that we can get infected. While various protocols had failed to stop the virus spreading like wildfire due to lack of implementation, चीज़ों के guidelines लागू अच्छे से नहीं हुए या कोई और measure आया गया वो अच्छे से नहीं imply हुआ, so उसके वजह से virus spreaded like wildfire, एक आग की तरह वो फैलता गया. Yes, पहले भी pandemic आए हैं. Yes, right. We have to be positive. Very, very well said, Rahul. We all have to be positive because these are things, these are hurdles in life that we all face, we all tend to face, but we have to ensure that we have that optimistic set of mind, and we can overcome anything and everything. After all, we are Indians, right? We have to be sturdy enough, strong enough. Okay. The government was also mandated by the court. Mandated like they were being stated or guided by law. Stated or guided by लॉ, मतलब उनको लॉ से ये बात कही गई थी, कोर्ट ने उनको ये गाइडलाइन दी थी under Article 21 to ensure that it invests sufficiently in its hospitals and those of the local administration, acknowledging the right to health and affordable treatment for all. सबके लिए right to health and सबके लिए affordable treatment हो, वो उन्होंने साफ साफ कहा था कोर्ट ने गवर्नमेंट को कि भाई ये रूल पास किया गया है, आपको इस चीज़ पर अमल करना होगा, दैट you invest most of your time and money into what? Into your healthcare section, so that you can build a stronger healthcare system to help the people of your country overcome all of this. They should have, see, there are people in our society, a particular section which cannot afford the treatment in hospitals for COVID. So there should be affordable treatment. This is one major and important point to be addressed every now and then, not just amid the pandemic, otherwise as well, right? Definitely. Moving ahead, the writer has also added, yes, Rahul, right. Now that the court is seized of the issue, seized, it has got like a closed end, or you can say it has got rid of. मतलब एक तरीके से उनका जो है पीछा छूट गया, पीछा छूटना, okay. So, the court is seized of the issue. States can be asked to individually report their compliance. Compliance, that is वही adherence का synonym है compliance, कि वो उस चीज़ को follow कर रहे थे कि नहीं. Compliance is noun. It is synonym to adherence, जो अभी मैंने आपके साथ discuss किया कि किसी चीज़ पे अड़े रहना, अडिग रहना, किसी चीज़ को क्या पालन करना, you know, अनुपालन जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं. Okay. One statue for our health warriors, definitely. We see these are different ways of paying tributes and respect to people, but money should be invested only wherein you actually need it. People in our country are dying out of hunger and starvation. Most of them are famished every single day, or by the end of the day they're all famished. They don't have a meal to consume, and the government is investing money in like I would say in frivolous things, like the frivolous thing that is like insignificant things that don't matter, things that will not bring any good to the country. They're not going to impact the GDP, they're not going to impact the living style of people, living standard of people, livelihood of people, nothing much. So instead of that, we should be thinking of more of the weaker section, so that things can come up to level, people can grow from, you know, the below poverty line thing that we talk about. Even with a steadily expanding base of vaccinated individuals, surveillance and caution are essential. essential, that is they are important, they are necessary. हम कहते हैं ना ज़रूरी, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा. ये वर्ड हम कल भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, महत्वपूर्ण, essential, ज़रूरी, right? So they are essential. Governments should seize the opportunity presented by the pandemic and set up a public health backbone in all states, in cities and rural areas to do the monitoring. This will have the twin advantage of rapidly advancing universal health coverage through health and wellness centers. Now, if you see right here what they have said, that गवर्नमेंट को ये अपॉर्चुनिटी जो है ग्रैब करनी होगी, सीज करनी होगी, एंड गिवन बाय द पैंडेमिक. व्हाट इज द अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट द पैंडेमिक हैज brought us? To set up a public health backbone in all states. Now that you have realized that what is the loophole, then what is the loophole? Now you should address it. Agar pandemic has made us realize that this is one thing that we need, that is we have to strengthen the backbone of our health sector. We should be doing it in every single state, in cities and rural areas, and do the proper monitoring of it as well. Yes, Amit, I agree to you. Rahul, I agree. Yes, definitely. Okay. This will have the twin advantage. This is going to give us dual advantage. What will be the advantage? One, that is there will be advanced healthcare system. Secondly, we can cover more and more through, if we have advanced healthcare system, then the stretch or the outreach would be greater, and we can cover greater number or greater larger sections, okay, easily, with ease. That is what Major Singh is. So this is the entire article that the writer has given us, and we had just discussed right here, guys. Amit says construction of new parliamentary building is frivolous. Right, Amit. Apt use of the word frivolous. Frivolous is an adjective. That's great, Rahul. And Amit, both of you, very nice. Great. So yeah, these. Now I'm going to give you the top 5 words for the day, and you guys are going to help me out with the meaning of these words. Threshold is there, trajectory is there, adherence is there, mandate is there, and caution is there. Simple, right, guys? So you guys can quickly give me the answers. Threshold, noun था. Trajectory, noun. Adherence, noun. Mandate हमने verb की तरह किया था, और caution, noun था. So, सबको अगर याद है तो you guys can quickly give me the, a bit of meaning. I wouldn't say all, but the few that you guys remember. Probably we remember 2, probably 3. Trajectories, path, amazing, Deepthi. Trajectories, path. Threshold, oh sorry, Amit told me about trajectory. Deepthi gave me threshold is limit. सतह, किसी चीज़ का जो लेवल होता है, मार्जिन होता है. Correct, both of you are going really well. Amit comes up again. Adherence means following. Yes, the act of following, I would say. The act of following a particular thing, rule or whatever. Caution, satakta, that is precaution. Right, Rahul? That is to take precaution or awareness. Awareness. Very good, guys. Adherent is stick to something. Right, Rahul, that's correct. To stick to something. Follow, yes. Amit says caution is warning. Right, done. Mandate is left, guys. Mandate. We have a thing that is left is mandate. So mandate is left. And mandate is aim. Not aim, Deepthi. Mandate as a verb. See, as a noun, it is a written petition, okay, that you are going to do something. That way you can say it is something that you are aiming at. But as a verb, it is something guided by law. Guided by law. Okay, guided by law. And aim, if you see, Deepthi, I can relate it this way to aim. That mandate, as a noun, it is a written petition, okay, given by the court to things that it comes as a law that we have to follow, okay. So if you take it as an action word, that is verb, it means guided by law. It is something that is given by law and you have to follow it. Okay, now. Great. Great. Mandate is mandatory, definitely. As an adjective, yes, mandate is mandatory. Mandated by law, that means it is obliged. We are obliged to take it because हमको उसको follow करना ही पड़ेगा क्योंकि court का decision है वो, right? So we have to take it up. We have to follow it. We cannot give it up. Alright, guys. Going really well, doing really well. This is the session that we end right here, guys. Thank you for joining in. I hope you've got something new to do and learn. Also, guys, you can go to the list of the words that we have discussed today. In the description below, you find the list of all the words that we've discussed today with proper synonyms, antonyms, and example sentences, guys. As promised, every single day we give it to you. Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you, Ruhi, Amit. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, guys. I shall see you tomorrow, guys. Till then, keep learning and growing. Thank you so much.